28 degrees. 28. But I'm getting out of the house because I need to return this library book. It's the last day. And I wanted to run a few errands and get back in the house where it's nice and warm. Yeah. It's a good morning, guys. And this is day 7? Yeah. Alright. See you in a few. Alright guys, so I just turned in the message by Tallahassee Code, which I really want to own that book, but I did the library book, you know, I'm trying to use a library. So anyway, I also asked if they have My Cousin Rachel by Daphne du Maurier. They have it, but they don't have it here, so I would have to put it on hold. But I'm gonna go to the library that is way closer to my house and see what the rules are for that, and see if they have it and if I can use their library, because y'all, this ain't this. I was thinking, it's frigid cold winter, I'm not gonna want to drive all the way up here versus the other one that's like less than 10 minutes from my house. So we're gonna try them next, and I have enough gas to get back, but I do need to find a gas station. I saw one and I'm not going to that one, so we should be able to head back. And then I also need to go to Hardware to get the glaze for my journal. Yeah, so next stop, guys. Let's see. Mission accomplished, y'all. I'll tell you, no car. Guys, I am here. And let me tell you how I feel right now. Super happy. Guys, I hope my lips is not dry. Super happy, but also like, why did I do that to myself? For twice I had to drive that distance to the other library. So here's the deal. I'm on the cusp of 2 counties. So come to find out, when I went to this one, because I tell you, I pass this library every day to go home. Every day. Like, I have to pass this library to go home. And it's literally less than 10 minutes from my house. Less than 10 minutes from my house. And I'm like, why can't I use this library if I'm so close? But it's a different county. But I'm in the cusp. I'm in the beginning of a new county, and this is the end of a county. So when I went there, the lady said to me, oh, by the way, you can use this library because there was an agreement made because of where I'm located that I can use this. So now I have 2 library cards for 2 different counties. Yeah, so I can use this. And this is way bigger than the one I was going to, and they had all the new books. Literally, they had a list on the wall of all the books that was released, and not all the books, but all the popular new releases in the last month. And I guess they do it monthly and they put it up. So, and because of where they're located, I have access to multiple other counties. So if the book is not here, I can check it out. I can put it on hold and they will let me know when it comes in. So Daphne du Maurier, they have it at the main branch for this county. I don't feel like it, so I figure I put it on hold, and whenever it comes in, I pick it up. But I did pick up 2 books because I had to pace myself. I was getting a little bit happy in there. They had everything in there as far as popular book, and not just regular popular book, Black authors are up in here. So I was very happy about that. Because the other one that I went to, they didn't have a lot of options on that. I noticed that, but there was so much option. I was walking around and I had to stop myself, like, you can only read but so much books. You already have a TBR. Just pace yourself, because now you can actually use this library on a regular. So save some money, save my coins, buy books that I really want to keep. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like read the books from the library, and if the book is really a book I love, then I'll purchase the book, because then I want to keep the book. That kind of deal. Like The Message, I did it from the library, but love it so much that for me, I want a copy of The Message. So I'm looking forward to that for these two books, and I will show you when I get to the house. But now I need to get to the hardware to get this thing for my journal, and then get some chapstick, because I feel like my lips is like, yeah, but just know my excitement. So we'll talk more about other things that I noticed in the library when I get to the house. Yay. All right. Hey guys, so I am back. I've been back for a while actually. So the cover for the journal is drying. I'm also cooking some curry chicken, you know, balsamic rice, and you know, some mixed vegetable. Might do some plantain, I don't know. But the food is gonna be for later. So let's talk about the library. What I love is when you go in, there's some beautiful plants in the front. It's just it's much warmer. It's not what I expected for a library. I think the first time I've seen a library like it looks very I don't even know what the word to say, because they had a big Christmas tree in the hallway. They also have a section, multicultural section, I guess people can, where they have events in that particular section. So I'm hoping they have author events, but I mean, it's a smaller library than I would think that will have author events, but I'm gonna look at the website. They had a cute section in the back for teen books, and there was chairs in the back. I thought that was good. They had a bigger room for the kids, so they had a kids section, big room, and filled with children's book. I thought that was really nice. So it's very much given a community center library atmosphere. I really was appreciating the fact that they had a lot of nonfiction as well. The nonfiction side was impressive. But again, there were books that I want to read. Tons of books that I want to read that was in there. And again, if I want popular new release, it will be available for me as well. So I took my time. I got 2 books. So let me tell you what I got, why I got them. So let's start with Jodi. Ooh, sorry, the plant's in the way. Jodi Picoult, and this is Wish You Were Here. So this is one of her, this released I believe 2021, and it's, you know, it's following a woman and the things that she wanted to happen that didn't happen, and then there's like what I'm getting is some kind of virus happening, and she has to leave, and there's people involved and all that. That's all I know. But I wanted to start off with much more lesser before I hit the heavy books that I'm heard she has. I've only read 1 book from her. I can't remember the name of the book. I think it's My Friend. I think it was My Sister's Keeper, and I read it on Kindle way back. I think it was before. It's been a while since I read that book. It's that book is it definitely read a book from her before. I just don't remember when I read it. But so I'm looking forward to reading this, and they had like almost all her books. They had a whole section. They were heavy on her. So if I like her writing, I'll definitely want to pick up other books from her. I heard she's very thought-provoking, and I'm here for it. And so we're gonna read this one. The next book is a thriller, and I've been eyeing this book. But here's the thing: this author is my late teen years, and that is Omar Tyree. I have a couple of books on my bookshelf back here, and of course Fly Girl will always be that book. But he decided this year he wanted to do thriller, so there's this book called Control. I don't know how I feel about him doing thriller because I know him for contemporary books, and then also the books that I enjoyed from him. I was very young when I wrote. So what am I saying? When I read those books. And I think my feelings and my maturity and things that I don't know how I'll feel about his writing now and his storytelling, but I'm like intrigued to see how he does a different genre, which is a thriller. So I'm gonna read this. I didn't want to buy it yet because I don't know, and then I buy it and then I'm like, what the hell? And it ended up in the corner of my what the hell books. But which I think I'm gonna do a video whenever I take I take my bookshelf down once a year, like completely take everything off, dust, clean, rearrange, and go through books I want to get rid of. So but when I do that, I will go into my what the hell section books, but I don't want to end up over there. So let me just read the library version and see how I pan out with this author. So that's why I got it. So these are the only two that I'm starting the library off with. 3 weeks, definitely got to read it this month. And I think I'm going to try Control first because it's a thriller, and thriller tends to be much fast-paced and read. So yeah. So I love that I have this option. I love that I have 2 library cards because it's 2 different counties, but my county would never be used. I don't think I would go. That drive is just too much. It is too much. Maybe if it was summertime or late spring, I would be all right with driving and chilling over there because it's a cozy library. But this is just literally, I have to pass this library every day I go to work. I'm passing this library coming home. If I'm going to the supermarket, I'm passing this library. So it's like, it's so convenient, and I love that they knew that. And then the woman also told me that majority of the people who use that particular branch library live in my community, live in my area. So it's like, yeah. And I thought, you know, because in the past, they will always say you can't get a library card here because you live in this county, blah, blah, blah. But again, this is so close to the county line that it would make sense that they would give us a card. So yeah, that was worth it. Now, what am I reading? So I did pick up Lucy by the Sea, and I read about 50 pages. What we got, 50? Yeah, 50 pages, because I'm on chapter 4. I love Lucy. I love Lucy. I love Elizabeth Strout's book. This is the 4th book in the series. Now, they really are standalone series, meaning that I don't think there's going to be any heavy spoiler if you read them out of order. But I think because of the character, you appreciate it more if you read it from the very first book. And for me, she's in this one, they're in the middle of a pandemic. So this is talking about the Big C, when it happened and her reaction to it. This is also a woman that is retirement age. Her ex-husband's like in his 70s. So the maturity is there, and I absolutely love older characters, 60 and up, in books, and it's well done. This is why I'm such a big fan of Lucy. She can write Lucy's story forever and I'll still read it, because this is the 4th book where we're still in Lucy's head. And I'm for it. So I'm 50 page in this. I also started this. This was a book that was sent to me. Barbados, Caribbean. I'm here for it. And this one is Let Me Liberate You. And this is Andy Davis. Is a Bajan author. This is comedy. And I need a little comedy. So basically we follow an artist, a photographer, and you know, well known, and she's in New York, and she's having that moment of, or I call it that identity moment in this. So what you learn for her is she is decided to go back home to Barbados, and she has an aunt who is a lawyer, and the aunt has some discretion going on, and she's seen all the madness unfold, and her aunt is also treating a maid that lives in the house who also witnessed something that she wasn't supposed to witness. And so there's a lot of things happening, drama. It's really comedy, but it's also have that pivotal moment in your life where you just kind of like wondering what are you doing with your life, what have you accomplished, and how you feel about your own accomplishment and what other people think about it. But she's stirring the pot. She's stirring the pot in this book, and so it is funny. But yeah, we're gonna continue this book, and we are gonna continue this one as well. This one I feel like is gonna have some sad moments, so I'm like, it is, you know, people dying. So this one is definitely something I'm gonna you know, get in my bed tonight and finish this one. So this one is going to be the first one I definitely will finish. And then, of course, I'll finish Lucy. And then I will crack open Control. And see where I get with this one. I do want to get another Christmas story under my belt. And it's a 53 page one. So that's a possibility tonight as well. Where I can probably knock that one out. And then this one. This is very fast paced. It's because of the drama and the comedy, it is very fast paced. So I'm gonna end this video here, and yeah, so day number 7 was a fun library day. And let me know, do you use your library? Are you like me where you're just a book buyer, you just tend to buy your books, or you get gifted books? I'm fortunate where I do get a lot of books that, especially towards the end of the year, that's gifted to me, or I have the option of requesting and books are sent to me, even though I don't do a lot of ARC. I prefer a finished copy. So a lot of time I will ask people if they request it or want to send me ARC. I'm very rarely I would accept an ARC. I typically will wait till the book is finished and ask them to send me a finished copy, that kind of deal. But I feel like for 2025 that, I don't know, it's just something that came in my mind where I'm like, yes, I'm going to utilize the library and buy books that I really that I read from the library, that I really love, that I want to keep, and see how that works with when it comes to saving. Because not just saving, be honest, space. I'm running out of space, and even though I do unhaul at the end of the year where I go through my shelves, if I have books on my TBR forever and I just feel like I'm never going to read it, I will go through all those books and put them in a box and donate them. Usually I get my mom, she'd figure out who to donate, or I just ask people to come and what they want. Like last year I gave a bunch to my friend, but she's also telling me she doesn't want to have a lot of books, she'll have nowhere to put it. But that's one of my motivation of utilizing the library. And so hopefully it works out. Hopefully it will make me tone down the book buying situation, and just buy books that I really enjoy and want in my collection. I read the message, loved the book, wanted in my collection. I still haven't used my gift card for my birthday, so that's one of the things I'm going to definitely get on the gift card and add it to my collection. But I used the library first to see if I was going to enjoy it, and I did. So this is how I'm going to use the library. So yeah, this is me trying to be responsible, guys. All right, like roll it back in, Peter. All right. Let me know what you think about the topic, and I will see you in the next one. All right, bye.